No, I think it's like a pet food.
You can't grab that.
Wait, pass it, try.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, wait, hold on. Try one more time. Try one more time. Like,
Don't hold this big.
Listen.
I be sweating.
Robin looking at you like, girl, but I hold
How
you.
you looking like, girl? What is she
on.
doing?
Look, Robin like.
got it. Try one more see.
I don't know if that's a pea.
I don't think this is a piece.
On my phone, I just looked it up.
Just keep it. We can stand out in the car.
Yeah, no, we'll take a picture. Take a picture. So, I've been going on my like daily walks on the the trail walks for the past few days. And I have been documenting the plants that I see so that I can look up its herbal properties and like other ways that it could be used to, heal or maybe eat or, just for uses that we don't even know. And like these plants and things like that are just all around us in abundance, right? So I just look it up, right? And I first looked up the ancient American uses for it, and it told me whatever. Then I looked up the ancient Egyptian way of using the catalpa plant, which is known as the cigar tree, the Indian bean tree. This plant, the catalpa plant, is indigenous to North America, okay? And they even say this, okay? There is no direct evidence or mention in archaeological or historical sources of catalpa being known, cultivated, or used by ancient Egyptians, okay? Keep that in mind. So why is this plant, you see it, in this ancient Egyptian photo? Because isn't that the catalpa plant? What plant is that? It's a catalpa plant, okay? We know that, and we know that it is indigenous to North America and parts of East Asia, not Egypt. This is the Americas. This is Egypt. Why is it there? Why is it there in this Egyptian photo? Why is it there? And why did they bring it up? Because it's the same thing. And this is America. Okay, so remember I was telling you all that I was looking up the ancient American uses for the catalpa plant because I've been taking trail walks every day, and one of the plants I came across was the catalpa plant. We thought that they were, I have to tell Arlie, because I just figured out that they are not peas. I told Arlie that they were peas growing on the trees for us to eat, and I was so wrong. These are not peas, but like peas, they are in pods, okay? So, I mean, they look very much like peas, but it's a catalpa plant. This is the plant, okay, that I was talking about in that last video with that Egyptian picture. But, okay, I know it's a little shaky, so I'm going to try to stay still. This is what I found in the park in Chicago, in the Midwest. I also seen this plant in along the trail walk in Midlothian Meadows, which is a little outside of Chicago, but it's all the same land. It belonged to the same people, the same indigenous Americans, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and, read this. It says, tribes such as the Catawba, Cherokee, and Iroquois use catalpa, which is also known as Indian bean, cigar tree as well, for medicinal, ritual, and practical purposes. The pods were smoked for medicinal and hallucinogenic reasons and were also nicknamed Indian cigar. Flowers and leaves were employed to treat fever, cough, skin ailments, respiratory problems, abrasions, and wounds. This is just in the regular park, of course, owned by the city. And this is just more information about, which tribes used it. So it says the Cherokee and Iroquois traditions, their medicinal and ceremonial practice, when using it was to heal skin problems. The Cherokee and Iroquois tribes used catalpa flowers and leaves in healing and medicinal practices, believing them to hold curative properties for fever, cough, and skin problems. So these are things that we can be doing today. These are things that we can grow in our backyard today. These is at the parks around us, and we think that they don't have any meaning. So this is what I'm saying, like, everything that you need is always inside of you and not far away from you. You don't have to go to Walgreens and buy, that bull crap in a tube to mask the problem of your eczema, because that's all it's going to do. It's never going to heal it. You need things that's going to heal you from the inside out. And this how spirit work, because I was just about to say it represents healing, actually healing the problem and not putting a mask on it. That's how spirit works. Catalpa was held in esteem as a symbol of healing and connection to the land, in line with broader indigenous philosophies of plant medicine. Leaves and bark were made into poultices and purgatives, reinforcing the tree's reputation in oral knowledge. The very word catalpa comes from the Cherokee language, reflecting how tribal names and plant names are woven together in stories of place and identity. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? And we know who these people are. They said they are indigenous to Southeast America, and we know who the Southeastern Indians are. I'm just saying. Oh, and aren't those pyramidal structures back here, the mounds? Just like We the Truth Now always says, they evolved over time, starting as the mounds and then the pyramids. But see, I didn't even put in anything about Egypt. But here are pyramids, and we're talking about the Mississippian culture. Southeast Americans, okay? I mean, really ancient Americans, but this is just one part, one empire. So if these look just like pyramids, which we have been conditioned to associate with Egypt or Africa, why is this here? Did not mounds, which are synonymous with the indigenous Americans, evolve into pyramids? So wouldn't that make America the true Egypt? It started here first, and it went around the world. It's really what I'm getting at. They trying to make it seem as if these people are different because they know they can connect us living American Indians today to these Catawba people. So they trying to make it as though the Mississippian empire is not directly, or as if the Catawba people didn't come from them. These are the same people. Broke up and called black people African Americans. It's crazy. It says the Catawba Valley Mississippian culture represents a proto-historic archaeological sequence in the area along the modern border of North and South Carolina, where the Catawba people live. The cultural phase displays many Mississippian traits, such as pottery styles, settlement patterns, and mound building influences. showing interaction and cultural diffusion from the core Mississippian region, because they're the same people, idiots. They're the same people. It's the same people. But watch this. Watch this, okay? I said, how did the copper-colored Catawba Indians use the catalpa plant? Because remember, the word catalpa, which is this plant that we thought were peas but were not peas, is the catalpa plant. It derived from the Catawba Indians, the ancient Americans. Did they not deny it? They didn't deny it. They confirmed my question. How did the copper-colored Catawba Indians use the catalpa plant? The ancient Americans. They know who the ancient Americans are. Copper-colored people, Negroes, black people, African Americans. This is their answer, okay? And these are all of their resources. This is the data that they use to come up with this, okay? The copper-colored Catawba Indians, also known as the ancient Americans. So black people are ancient Americans. They use the catalpa plant in several ways. This is all the ways that they used, our ancestors used to heal themselves and use what was around them to heal themselves, okay? Oh, we know who the heavy smokers are today. The weed smokers are today, the real Indians, the true indigenous people. The catalpa plant was also called the Indian cigar tree because it could be used as a hallucinogenic as well. You can get high from the seeds, the pods. But look, this is what, just like marijuana in its true form could be used to heal, it can also be abused as well. But these are the medicinal purposes that our ancestors used it for. They made a tea from the bark of the southern catalpa, which was used as an antidote for snake bites. The tea was also used as a laxative and had a mild narcotic effect, helping in the treatment of whooping cough and asthma. So if you know someone who has asthma, you can just walk to your neighborhood park or maybe right outside your front door, depending on where you live in the Americas, pick it off the tree and use it to heal yourself or to treat yourself. Crushed green leaves were used on swollen lymph glands. The bark was dried, ground into powder, and brewed as a tea for swollen lymph glands. And these are other uses that they used it for. So here, what I was saying, the Catawba Indians reportedly smoked the long seed pods for medicinal and hallucinogenic purposes, giving the tree nicknames like Indian cigar tree and Johnny Smoker. So when you walk outside your door anywhere in the Americas and you see the catalpa plant, just know that it also was referred to at one point as the Johnny Smoker. The leaves are also known to relieve pain when applied to cuts and abrasions. That's crazy. The more you know. The more you know.